Yeah, that's what we're looking for. Backhand down the line and then wide. And Lin Yun Ju, one of the best ever at that ball.
Just like you called it, Colin. Maybe that's why they call you Colin. So 3 straight points for the silent assassin. Oh man, skating that one as smooth as can be. You like the brains on that?
Yeah, good thinking. And well, Harimoto has won 8 out of 11, therefore been beaten. Lin Yun Ju, who didn't play against Japan last time out, so he's played fewer matches. Might be a bit fresher, unbeaten, but not as tested.
Less time on the table. Interesting. When Shushin was playing, he would play 3 events, and he would always do well the more he played. It's interesting. You hear a lot of fans saying, our favorite players are tired. Well, yeah, but that's where growth comes from. They're being tested. Shushin did it for a decade, putting in more events. And for a guy who's known as the Cloud Walker and gets as far behind the table as he does, that's a lot of extra steps. That said, up on their feet, Team Japan, as Tomo takes 2 out of the last 3 points. 2 out of the last 2, for that matter. So what do you think it's going to take for Tomo to cause a little bit more trouble for Lin Yun Ju?
So, yeah, you asked me all the easy questions, but I think what we're talking about, staying close to the table, Lin Yun Ju is just so good at distributing the ball with his left hand from corner to corner and wider than corner to corner. The only way to stop that, really, is to get even closer to the table than he is. But
well, there you go.
He's hard to keep up with.
You got exactly what you asked for. I love it.
Wow. Came right across. The backhand was just long enough for that backhand. Keeps him in the lead.
We have to remember right now, the underdog in their head-to-head by world ranking all standards is winning.
That's true.
A little fortune here for Lin Yun Ju.
I had a little look at, you know, that 9-5 head-to-head?
Yes.
From 2025, start of 2025 onwards, 3-3.
Ah. They played that many times since 2025 started?
They must love each other.
Wow.
They certainly know each other's games inside out, not just in theory, not just on video, but head-to-head.
Well, I have some thoughts on this, but I'm not an international coach, so I think I should ask you. When you know a player so well, is a big goal to try and find some things to surprise them that they couldn't have prepared for, catch them off guard?
Absolutely. I would say absolutely yes. You've got that nasty combination of playing your own game, not losing your own identity, but at the same time, is there something that you can innovate that they might just not like? And can you use it rarely enough, but just enough to make a difference through 5 games?
Speaking of newness, Wang Yitze has been here now for some time, a very vocal coach, but hasn't been his coach for that long. Oh, with that much power on the forehand. This is the beauty of this sport. The ball itself is not heavy, but the amount of weight put behind it to cause a threat, Tomo just keeps that racket high and redirects traffic like a laser beam into a mirror, but back to the backhand corner. Smart placement this time around.
Yeah, great work. So that puts him near to first game points. 2 serves to come. Could serve it out here for the first.
Keep on jamming it into that elbow. It's so uncomfortable, and that's exactly what Lin Yun Ju would want for his opponent. In the middle there with the short hair, by the way, Shu Shenjia didn't get a shout out on his walk-in, but he'll be very, very spirited on the bench. 5 game points, the silent assassin. Only one needed. Buckle up, because the upset is far, far from done. But right now, against the odds, the silent assassin takes the first game.
And again, that last ball, just as you said, Adam, right into Tomo's body.
That crossover point between the forehand and the backhand leaves you with a lot to decide and a compromised quality shot. Game number 2 with Lin Yun Ju and Tomokazu Harimoto coming up. Stay right here.
都继续说，就是那个球还是多赢的，赢得多，你让他走到去，反正他就真的。顺的，关键冇見拎結拎結。
Good times on the bench. Wang Yitze enjoying his new limited edition bottle. Interesting. Hong Jing Kai on the way in. This is a guy who's just one of the most friendly, extroverted people you'll ever meet. Always chill. Speaking of chill, Silent Assassin back with the serves. The Tomokazu fighting for every single point, releasing his stress out there as he shouts. Takes the first here in what feels like he definitely needs after an 11-5 victory in game number 1 for his opponent. Colin, in terms of lineups, we got a lot of fun looking at the draw, looking at the teams. I think this Chinese Taipei team has flown under the radar of many.
Yeah, it seems to be that.
This goes on a few shots longer than it felt like it should have. You don't play a ball that well and have to work that much harder. Lin Yun Ju covering both corners on this.
Yeah, it's one of those matches where people go, oh, Chinese Taipei won that. And they say it again and again. They're still there. And they took out Sweden, who are occupying the number 1 seed position after the groups.
Sweden was the only team that beat the men of China while their number 1, Wang Chuqin, the world number 1, was playing.
Yeah.
That's quite a statement. Tomo with the opposite start of last game. And following in his footsteps, Lin Yun Ju, if he wants to sort of fully deja vu the flip on this, he'd get another point right now. So unpredictable, that wrist strength. Tomo has played the wall.
Yeah, and he's just, I mean, not often that you reduce Harimoto to blocking, but he managed to take, it's just fantastic that he got it back. He wasn't able to do anything more with it, but just the fact he was able to block those balls back, they were so fast. And what amazes me about Lin Yun Ju is just that he gets so much power with his backhand for a guy that's just not so big. Pokimura showed the way. He's even more so.
Fascinating. So Lin Yun Ju's always been a slight character, slim guy.
Yes.
But it was Korea champions last year. I gave him a bro hug and the pat on the back. It felt like he had 2 shoulders on one side. He's got some muscle. Don't let that loose shirt fool you. Hard work, the players put it in. You know when you're growing up and you're already one of the best in the world, but there's something that you lack that if you work hard enough, discipline can get you to the other side of that issue. And a timeout now on Tomo's side. A big run of points here. Lin Yun Ju from down 1-4 is within 2. Conversation, hydration, and back to the table.
もう社会で僕は距離でもフォアでいいです。距離真ん中でもやってください。全身でカウンター。フォアにカウンターさせた方がやっぱプラス多いし。サーブもちょっと的確にしてもサーブ回転いらないからもう当てで。たまに下ロング1球頭入れていいです。良くなってきたよ。でもここからやっぱまた縦だね。 いいけどそのうち丸られそうだし、この前もちょっと浮いたらもう終わりですもん。こっちだった方が手堅く止まるんですよ、多分こっちより。縦だったらフォアで止めるか。
出さなきゃいいし、
真ん中ついた方がなんかちょっと早い。あそこ相手見て、この前ストップかバック前ストップか真ん中ぐらいか。まあ、チキータバック前だったらクロスでしょ。
大丈夫よ、自信持って。
Maybe not cosplay, but role play here. I was ready for Seiya Kishikawa to come back to the table after this timeout. I mean, that was the most unusual timeout. It was as if to say, and Tomo's a talkative guy. He's got lots of ideas. His mind is constantly racing. He's a fascinating, funny character. And Seiya is way lower on that list in terms of words. And as you saw, it was sort of like, let me hear your ideas, and I'll just weigh in subtly here and there.
Yeah.
Interesting. Cool. Back to the table, still a 2-point lead for Tomo on receive.
Yeah, and it's the coaches that have to be almost more agile than anybody else mentally, because they've got a situation, they've got a strategy, and they've got a player. And the coach has to completely change their body language and their approach and their tone at any moment to get the player into the right frame of mind. They're modeling what they want the player to come out.
Sports psychologists, cheerleaders, you're basically getting your player to be the best player they can be. That said, another 2 points here, and Lin Yun Ju back and level. Tomo first serves in this timeout. Oh, back edge of the table. We'll take it.
6-5.
Big apology there from Harimoto.
Nice fun angle here for you, just in case. Yeah, no question about it. You can ooh and ah all you want, no question about it. There have been ones where you see a replay from another angle and you're like, ooh, uncomfortable. Yeah. I don't know. That was not one of them. And for any of you fans out there saying, oh, but it went down. Well, yeah, the ball was on its way down, but the angle changed. The way to tell is if it acts any differently than if it hit a wall, then it must have had something to do, let's say other than what spin could account for, by touching some part of the top of the table.
7.
Tight game here, this could be a pivotal one.
And even in slow motion, this is quick. This was like lightning for both players, this rally.
And they're both refusing to back up. It's amazing in these rallies how close they stay. Persistence. The full commitment on this and right into the elbow. Tomo finds the Achilles heel, you could say, of the killer himself, the silent assassin.
Return the favour, getting the ball into the body, right under the playing shoulder. Well done, Tomokazu. Good rallies.
Now this is where the momentum has shifted. We're looking at a 3-point lead from a player who was up 4-1 and then found himself, what, 5... He was trailing, I think, for a bit.
7-9.
Back and forth they go in this tug of war. There's going to be some rope burn on those hands, but they both might have to come back out to the table in this team tie. For me, it's more up to Lin Yun Ju. Looking at the lineups by world rankings and every other standard, experience, age, nerves come into play on the big stage. Oh, Tomo made the big shot from the backhand, and Lin Yun Ju had the answer right there waiting. Wow, that was a romantic response to a very attractive shot.
Really switched so wide. That would have been a winner from Tomokazu.
And flick. That was spanked.
And you could hear it. It's like a drum roll. The time between bat and table.
Don't cancel.
Zero.
Really? Do not cancel Lin Yun Ju. Yes, he could have talked it out with the ball, but that spanking is definitely going to make an impression on his opponent here. 66%. The serve success of Lin Yun Ju. That said, the man with the last 2 serve combination in this game is Tomokazu Harimoto. Fitty, G-Unit. From behind the table. This one doesn't miss by much, but it's Tomo. Both players spinning on this one. Game point for a man looking to cash in that timeout.
And this is the classic modern one. Left and right hander. You spread wide of the forehand and you go down the line.
It's like they were looking in a mirror on that turn away. Game point, Tomo. Tomo takes it. Oh yeah, look at him go. Pumped as can be. Adrenaline, my goodness. You could sell it right now. Just soak it up. Twist a sock right now. Wring the adrenaline out. That is rock star energy right there. And all that to say, it is to level the playing field. Momentum. And we'll find out who takes the lead in game number 3 in this already epic battle to start the semifinals between Japan and Team Chinese Taipei.
日本リードしたらもうロング出してみてもいいか。
Third game, Japan to serve. Bravo.
And I'm going to flip the hot seat questions on you. What do you do if you're Lin Yun Ju after that game?
Oh, Adam, I think you just go, look, it's 11-9, just be you. Bring out those innovations, think about what he doesn't like, see how the game's evolved since the last you played him, because everything's always slightly new. And just keep your confidence, keep up your hit rate.
This is interesting to me that Lin Yun Ju didn't go for the Chiquita on that serve. And this time he does. He quickly adjusts. The reason I say that is the serve was deep enough and middle of the table on the first one. Tomo's been very dominant. His game plan has been wonderful. Look how wide those feet are spread apart so that he can lean. Yep, that emoji's understandable at a time like this. Tomo making it tough. You gotta hand it to Tomo. He's a bit of an architect here, an engineer, a problem solver, and there's his dad, Yu Harimoto. Comes from the Sichuan province, moved to Sendai, Japan to give birth to two of the world's best players who you've seen here today both, Miwa and Tomo. Okay, it was John Wayne, the mom who gave birth.
Yeah.
You know what I mean.
I knew it.
I knew you knew what I mean. Oh, you're sitting next to the star. Don't be embarrassed. It's a good seat. So Tomo, in terms of adjustments, from hitting the middle to being very committed to when it's coming long or not, it seems like he's so balanced because when Lin Yun Ju opens with the attack, he knows to play the short stroke and how to cover the middle if he needs.
Yeah, that one he had just enough time to get a small backswing, bit extra follow through. Sometimes Tomo's got no time and just blocks, but that's sometimes good enough. So just speed, because the issue here isn't about speed of body, it's how quickly your brain synapses can work out what's coming at you.
Man, this is the real test. While the brain and the body work together in this, there are some fans whose brains might be able to keep up, but the professionals have it all. That's why they're out there on the table. It's also rare to call Lin Yun Ju the underdog. Only a handful of players in the world would qualify. You're looking at one of them.
Attempted block, but that's all he had in return. Lin Yun Ju just all over that rally.
Yeah, he got out into the driver's seat in this and found himself on the attack over and over. Everybody loves a dimple. Surprise, surprise.
5-3.
Yeah, go ahead. Set up for that forehand. Guess what's coming in your gift package? You got backhands.
Yeah, I'll set up to go across court, watch you go, and then down the line. So it's amazing, Adam, isn't it? the players at this level aren't really watching the ball. They spend more time watching the opponent's balance, rotation, and stance more than they do looking at the ball itself.
They know how to see through magic. They know what to be looking at. Oh, behind the table, Lin Yun Ju from way back with the backhand. That is one long banana. And just to keep that appropriate here, his backhand inside the table is dangerous, but this is behind the table and it's devastating. Shouldn't be winning that point.
Yeah, for all of those people that were saying, is he when he grows up going to have the power? No one needed to be worried.
Thanks for hanging with us and getting the answer. One more shot. That's all it takes. One more shot every time. The quality has to be there. Tomo will take advantage. But this is some serious momentum. Lin Yun Ju in the last 8 points has won 6 of them. 75%. Momentum breaker. Tomo, it's like he can see the stat. Doesn't like it.
Yeah.
So 6 points apiece here at the second towel break. If you're newer to the sport, towel breaks are optional, but they're allowed every 6 points. On a multiple of 6 points, that is.
So Lin played the half-long push so that Tomo had to spin it up, but it went just a fraction high, and there was no spinning up involved. Swept over the top of the ball. Extra speed. Nothing in it.
6, 7.
It's always a good sign when you have your opponent looking down at their equipment. By most standards, Tomokazu's got some of the best equipment in the world. If you're questioning it, it's like having your opponent arguing with the umpire. Yeah, sure.
Do it more.
Go ahead. Start setting some alarms. Doom scrolling on Instagram. I don't want you thinking about this match. Anything else to distract you, that'll help my cause.
Yeah, complaining at the floor, the ball,
Yes.
the umpire, the luck, the towel.
Sure.
Anything they're distracted by is good news.
Why do tables have edges? That said, Lin Yun Ju edging in front here.
Back in the Nottingham League where I play, some of the players think it's all edges.
Yeah, I thought he was edging in front. 7. There it is. Oh, man. That made me so happy. Oh, wow.
Back as well.
A ghost net. With Ma Lin in the building earlier today, you might have seen the ghost serve. This push bounces once, kisses the opponent's side of the table, and is like kissing by. See ya.
Like if someone put a hairdryer onto the ball.
Probably. I'm looking in the crowd for hair dryers. Grunt for grunt. Man, these points are good. Quality and the quantity. They're giving it all to us. Spectator's dream. How many times have we seen Tomo lean back in a way that looks like you just pop your hip out of socket?
He's like a limbo dancer now.
Jeez, man.
He's got more flexibility as he's got older.
Shake Sonora. Here we go. We got a timeout on the Silent Assassin's side. 1 point between them. He trails.
简单是说，基本上弄在单定面，抓一个把你反手长嘛，拉往中间一点，他反手就甩你正手。刚刚也是往中间，但没有，如果再过去就好了。对对，刚刚也是搏了，哎，啊，再一个就是说，你在单地方不尿一个，你要不要做个用反手过来摆一下，就死皮给你拉。拧的话，他是往你两边走，你就盯他一下，他上时上来也是一样，对丢直接放他板嘎嘞，他不嘎他歪。就两种，因为这个都是你要的球啊，没问题。我觉得要么就，我觉得就行，我觉得就拧起来，或是往一起就踢出去，就是拧，然后直接。现在就是说，他知道你这边会拧，他等你拧，会搬出来而已，会不会叫你出去？反正我拧就是要么质量出来，我就还原嘛。他给我就给我，对，他不行我就嘎练掉救他出去，哎，救他出去掉。发球，如果你发那个勾手，他发过来给你，他如果摆，然后正手上，好不好给？他摆住的球，那我刚刚那摆正在是上去拧的，对，就是你最好就直接拧就好了，好，没问题了。
A whole lot of science going on over there, a lot of discussion for what can work against a player who's been so adaptable. But in the end, you could hear Wang Yitze basically saying, this will be enough. After all that discussion about serve, receive, combinations, getting back, covering the elbow,
9,
okay.
8.
you've got enough. This is good. That's a good reminder sometimes. Keep it simple. Says Lin Yun Ju. Little clipping there, a little fortune to come back and tie it up at 9 points apiece. That's so tough.
Stayed so low.
Yeah, especially with that net clipping, but that's the way it goes. This is sport. Seiki Ishikawa reminding Tomo not to be too emotionally affected. Very present and ready for the next point. Stoic. I don't know. Behind those eyes, I see a lot of emotion. Could he be rattled? Sometimes when you feel like luck just isn't going your way.
But like you said, Adam, can't afford to be distracted. He could easily lose 3-4 points and trail in this game.
Let's see, it only takes one for the silent assassin. Game point. Ooh, touch! Clever to get out of this one. Tomo going against all odds, playing a soft push into the forehand. You know that is a tough, bitter pill to swallow. Wang Yitze still looking for his player to cash in that timeout. It is deuce. What a combination, and Tomo sweeps it.
Lin Yun Ju just in pieces wide of the forehand next to the barriers, running for that one, but it was going away from him faster than he could get there. Almost went over on his ankle.
So that's 2 points in a row for Tomo, who's now got a game point of his own. Saved one, earned one, and cast it in. The Rockstar is back. The timeout has been diffused. They've got no timeouts left. That said, Tomo in games is almost identical to their ratio in their head-to-head in matches. But in recent history, it has been even Steven, Colin, over the head of Tomo, but he understands it well.
That's it. Sky's at the top edge. And Tomo's spending a lot of time looking around and talking to his coach and talking to the bench from his position.
基本はストップがいいかもしれない。ストップでこっち来たらね、続けて出してきたらストップ、そこからの方がいい。今日のチキでいけるかもしれない。行ったら絶対もう待つよ、4球目まで。クロス絶対多いよ。
What's that? You were curious about the world rankings? Oh, perfect. We've got you covered. Let us know if you like any sparkling water with that. Tomokazu, world rank number 3 currently with 6,070 points. Lin Yun Ju, world number 7 with 4 to the 555. Classic. Man, some big names up there. Look how many flags there are. China only has 2 in the top 10, which in all fairness, they're one of 2. So there is just such a clear picture of how open the playing field is right now. Men's table tennis, it's a rare time for China to only have one of their flag in the top 4 and to only have 2 in the top 10. Look at the women's side. That is the model that China has set. But on the men's side, in all fairness, even for decades, it's been a little bit more open. But right now is the most open playing field we've seen. And that's part of the reason so much of the world is watching right now in suspense.
That's right, the gap is closed for sure. Camera shot of the players preparing. Seeing this live, you can just feel the weight of everything and the athleticism. Get down if you can tomorrow.
Ooh, back edge again. So this, for me, helped Lin Yun Ju's case not just in winning the point last time, but the point after to make it 10-9 in the last game. We'll see if Tomo is affected at all. Doesn't seem to be. Sometimes you just have to remember, and this is, again, stoicism I think is a wonderful practice, but if you can't change it, why spend any energy worrying about it?
Exactly. Once it's gone, it's gone. You've got to be like a Formula One driver. They're so philosophical. You get it out of the way, the past is forgotten, go again.
And these fans here feeling a sophical A sofa, anyway. Oh, sounded like he got the edge back, but based on his reaction, you'd have to imagine it was mostly top or all top. Take a look one more time in the replay, just for curiosity. Oh yeah, well inside the table. Ears, don't fail me. Still a 1-point lead in a must-win game for Lin Yun Ju. Outright service.
New service.
Yeah, you don't see the shovel serve so often, and it's a modified version of it from the Silent Assassin.
Nice one, clever, keeps him in the lead. And it always makes your opponent think, hey, what else have they got up their sleeve now for the second half of the match?
I was just going to ask you, as an elite coach, do you have your players have just some special serves that they reserve for crucial moments?
Yeah. Yeah. And then if you're struggling, you fire it in early. But if you're with it, it's just nice to have one in reserve. Not because it's a guarantee, but just the fact there's a variation.
Yeah, setting yourself up for success. Strategy is so important.
Yeah. If you can get into the other person's amygdala and create a freeze reaction for just a second, just interrupts that flow. Both players are trying to get into flow, trying to get the other person out of flow.
Brain games continue out here as it continues to rain some points for Lin Yun Ju, but it hadn't been enough in the last two. He's come very close. Tomo looking for that deep corner of the table. Never comfortable, but this is the most encouraging lead Lin Yun Ju's had in some time. This is a tall squad for the Chinese Taipei team. Wang Yizi is not the tallest man, but they make him look really small. That's how tall these guys are. Oh, cashing in an IOU. Little table tennis karma before the expiration date on the back of the coupon.
Ooh.
You all right?
Yeah, I'm just pretending I'm Lin Yun Ju and just feeling gutted.
So were the two fans in the front row.
Yeah.
It'd be nice to have a timeout right about now, but you only get one per game, per match for each player in a singles battle. While this is a teams event, each match is a singles match. First team to win 3 singles matches, 3 games needed to win the match. Very close to skating that up the side, but that's 3 points in a row for Tomo coming into the towel break.
Yeah, you're just saying that Lin Yun Ju's just got himself ahead 3 points, and those 3 points have just disappeared in 15 seconds.
Tomo has the most acute hearing ever. You could even hear that stat on screen earlier in the match, remember? And that was visual. That's scary. No bifocals needed. Tomo hears it all. What? 6 points apiece.
Top edge, 4 points on the run. Is this a sprint finish?
I've seen players tie their shoes in moments like this. Leaning ball kid there.
And he's talking to everybody. Looks at all 4 corners and yells at them all.
He's sharing. Sharing is caring. When you feel passion, you feel excitement. He's not just out here himself. This is a team event, and he's got 6 of the last 8 points.
And the whole of Japan behind him.
It's about 5 times the population of the opposing team.
6 on the run. Amazing work.
He's a tough man to stop, Tomo. The Cho-Cho train, if you will. Maybe the Chole train. This
Unbelievable.
is a big point for a lot of reasons. Tomo, after such a run, think about the last time we saw him beat Wang Chuqin, Yokohama. He blocked almost everything. He changed the pace. He just kept the ball on the table so well. Yes, they were playing with the Nitaku, which is a fascinating conversation in itself, but the point is Tomo can adapt.
Well, he adapted from 6-3 down
And here he is 10-7 up with 3 match points in what could prove to be a pivotal match in this team tie. Remember, the winner of this team tie moves on to play the winner of France and China tomorrow. Oh, chop block from way back, and it's 1 match point saved.
And immediately, Lin Yun Ju has to think that's a lifeline. And he's already thinking about what he's going to do next. He's got ball in... No, he's not got ball in hand, does he? He's got to win 2 points against the serve.
That is correct.
Survival time.
Tomo with 2 match points left. Finds the edge of the opponent's blade, saves a 2nd match point. Don't say it, I'm not superstitious, I'm just saying, don't say it. Why rabbit's feet?
Left. 10.
Hitting it down into his side of the table, showing his calm in a moment like this. Shot, he's living on a prayer, and he right now is close to halfway there.
They'll play that rally for years to come. Look at it again.
I'll tell you, one of these players, whoever it is that doesn't come out on top, if their team doesn't move on, is going to have a long, sleepless night. Deuce. And this is just game number 4. Tomo with another, his 4th match point to close this out in the 4th game, avoiding a decider. Was a massive win. This one could have been the one. There have been some big wins throughout his career. He has been clutch in crucial matches at this event. 2022 Chengdu, and right back here inside the Japanese team, they've got a strong squad. And no matter how good their team is, Tomo remains the leader. He cleans the racket and gets ready should he need to play another match. He very well could. But he's passed the baton, and he's warmed it up quite nicely.
Yeah, fantastic match. And that last point, Harimoto was serving. Just how hard a receive of serve that was from Lin Yun Ju. I didn't believe that Harimoto would get the 3rd ball on the table as follow-up from the serve. He came at it so hard, but he was able to cover himself and in the end take that rally.
This felt like the story of the match, the quality that was brought in these rallies. That Tomo just reminded us that you don't have to hit everything hard. If you're there, if you've got the right angle, you can change the pace. And Nippon, Japan, with a big one here to go up 1-0 over Team Chinese Taipei. Lin Yun Ju played some incredible table tennis. But there's a reason Tomokazu is where he is in the world rankings. So a 3-1 victory over the silent assassin and Sora Matsushima.